always can.
Okay, good, yes.
Yeah.
Please go through that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hot inflate the balloon as soon as there's a little bit more air in it. I'll add the heat to it, stand it up, and at that point I'll take care of a couple of things and be ready to get in, and I'll say, come on, get in.
Our business card.
Oh, super.
Because after the video is done, it will be on YouTube probably.
Oh, wonderful.
And
wonderful. Put there, grab right here, then swing right on in. There you go. There you go.
need to be close because the microphone.
Okay. Why don't you get to this side because that'll give you more sun on your face. There you go.
Okay.
Better that you have the sun than me.
Okay, we're rolling.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Charles Edwards, and I'm from Fort Myers, Florida.
Oh, did you come from Florida to here for this
We came from
festival?
Florida to here for this festival.
Okay, how many balloons do you know? Are we going?
I think there are 30 this weekend here.
30 balloons.
Right, and we have 4 of them. We have the purple people eater, the spunky the skunk, the cat, and the bird, yellow bird.
When you say we, who is we?
My partner, who is that was in the that guy right there with the hat over there, John Cabin.
Okay. Do you have a company or?
Yeah. And this is what we do for a living. We travel around the country to different balloon events.
Okay. Do you also provide private rides, maybe?
We do not. We just do events with the special shaped balloons.
But isn't it that non-profit event, right?
Yeah, but we get compensated for being here.
Oh, great.
And
so you have fun and people have fun. And
right, and we try to make a little money.
For how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it 40 years now.
40 years?
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 years.
What did it get you into the balloon ride?
I was involved in a nightclub complex in Orlando, Florida, and we bought a balloon for advertising.
How much does it cost?
Balloons will range from the round balloons that most of the here will range around 30,000 to special shapes that go up to 100,000.
Well, nice to talk to you.
Oh, good to talk to you.
So you say you've been doing it every year for 10 years?
Over 10 years.
Okay.
Over 10 years, probably 12.
How do you like the crowd today?
Oh, I love it, love it, love it. And the balloons, they're awesome, aren't they?
They are.
Aren't they just
super
awesome?
pretty.
They're so beautiful, some of them.
Do you think this year you got the most people?
I think so far, of course,
Yeah.
so far that I can see. And tomorrow will probably be the same.
It looks pretty and it's peaceful.
Maybe I
and
will.
it's calm.
But it was fun to tether.
You'll
Like a
try
child,
this year, yeah.
Like a child.
Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, thank you. Hey, look at this.
Pretty soon, the other balloons will start coming on the field. We have so many really cool balloons for you to see today. Then a little bit later, we're going to start doing tether rides, and we will announce that and tell you all about it when the time is right. But the tether rides, they go up about 40 feet.
you're out here looking around and you're like, maybe I accidentally missed something. And that's okay. The whole thing is being filmed. It'll be on the Rally and Rick Show YouTube channel.
You to tell us the story again about how you started the hot air ballooning.
Okay.
And the whole pilot.
Okay, well, I lived in Albuquerque, and do you want the short version or the really long version?
Whatever you feel like telling us.
Well, look, we had moved to Albuquerque, and I got up one morning to take my husband to work because we had to drop a vehicle off to get it fixed, and it just happened to be during the balloon fiesta in Albuquerque, the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, which is the largest balloon gathering in the world. And he kept telling me, why don't you get up and go down and see it? I don't like to get up in the morning. I don't like to get up in the morning. But I had to get up that morning to take him to work. And as we went by the freeway, there was a balloon just hanging over the freeway. And I went, okay. So I dropped him off, dropped the car off, and went home, grabbed my youngest son, who was 2, put him in the car, told him, get dressed, and we drove down. They were still launching balloons on the field. And I just helped, and we hung around, and just like you're doing here, and watching the balloons and going, this is just absolutely beautiful, and people needed help, I'd help. And there was a grand opening at a grocery store where they did tether rides, which is what I'm going to do here tomorrow. Is you have ropes and you only go up about 50 feet and you come back down for just a couple minutes, and
try that.
You get to experience being in the balloon, and you can get a whole lot of people doing that. So we went up there, we stood in line for 2 hours because I didn't want to go, because I don't like to get on the top of a 1-story flat-roofed house. But I wanted my son to go because he wasn't afraid of the balloons. I thought this would be great.
God,
we got up there, it was our turn to get in, and he started crying. And he wouldn't get in without me. We're going, no. Nobody died, I guess I can do this. So I got in, and it was so different than what I had expected. I mean, I don't even like Ferris wheel rides. Nothing.
I agree. I just experienced it with you, and it was amazing.
And I went up, and in Albuquerque, the valley is like this, and we were up in the heights. So it was 50 feet was being like 500 feet in the air when you looked out and saw the scenery. Like, well, how do I go for a real ride? And you go, sign up to be a crew. Well, I signed up to be a crew. Our pilot never showed up. He never contacted any of the crew that was assigned to him. And so I went up and asked the officials, what do I do now? I want a crew, I've got a vehicle. And she was, oh, stand by that crew sign. It was about 4 of those shades over there, big, with caution around it. And this pilot walked up with a pilot badge on. Are you a pilot looking for a crew? I'm a crew for the whole 9 days. And he goes,
maybe I'll train you.
Well, he just did this about 3 times. Yeah, come on. And he taught me to do the crown line.
And that was how many years ago?
Well, that was 1979.
Wow, 36 years ago.
Yeah.
Good job.
And he taught me to do that, put me in the balloon, we'd go flying, and we would use up a couple of tanks worth of fuel. They were only 10-gallon aluminum tanks at the time. And take out those 2 tanks, put in 2 full ones, and fly on. We landed all over the city of Albuquerque. We would just come in just like we were today, over the rooftop, land in the street. About halfway through that fiesta, I was in the balloon every day, the whole flight. And we flew till almost noon every day. Never since that year. And we flew absolutely all 9 days.
Fun.
All morning.
Yeah.
And it was about halfway through, and he let other people get in, but he'd keep me in the balloon. I never got out. He goes, no, you stay. No, you stay.
You're great help.
Yeah. Well, he just knew how much I loved it. He could tell. And he had me land the balloon. And I'm like, me? And after I landed, it took about half an hour to come down 50 feet over this little alfalfa field. And there were all these little kids in the field looking at me like I was God.
She landed.
Yeah, it's like, and so I went, oh my gosh, I need to do this. I like the feel of flying it. Not just, I mean, I love riding in it, but I also love to fly, to be the pilot.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I meant to ask you, how long does it take to become a hot air balloon pilot?
Well, you need 10 hours of instruction.
Okay.
You need to pass a written test from the FAA. And any commercial balloon pilot is an instructor. So I could teach you, my husband could teach you, because we're commercial balloon pilots.
So you can teach me and train me.
Right. You pass your written test from the FAA. Then you pass an oral exam where an examiner comes out and tests you. But first you have to pass the oral exam, and then you have to pass the flight test.
Okay.
Okay, you know what you're doing, you know what the rules are. Can you fly the balloon now?
Okay, just like almost getting a driving license.
Yes,
probably.
it's similar, very similar. And then you need more
Just
hours.
you drive up there.
You need more hours, another written test, another oral test, and another check ride to become a commercial pilot.
Rick, do you think I should try that?
Yes, go for it.
You think I'll be a good hot air balloon pilot?
Yes.
Is she a good driver?
No. No.
Well,
What do you mean I am? Well, I
On the
drive.
gas, off the gas. On the gas, off the gas.
well, that's what you are in the balloon.
Yeah,
Burn,
hey,
don't
this
burn.
is-
Burn,
See,
don't
I'll
burn.
be perfect.
There you go.
Keep an eye on this young man who is balloon surfing. He's got a hole in the ground line.
Okay, Steve, tell us more about the event. Like who organized it, for example?
Well, actually, the Balloon Classic is a non-profit, independent board of directors. We do this. The only reason we have to be in existence is to put this event on, and we're all volunteers. And yeah, it's just a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Most of the people probably think it's okay, let's go enjoy the balloon rides, but I'm sure it's more into it. What about the money that you collect from the balloon rides and stuff like that? Where does it go?
Well, we have to pay all the pilots and all the balloons to be here. Plus, we have to provide hotel rooms. Very expensive event to put on. So we don't always make a profit. But when we do, we've donated to groups like the Redwood Food Bank and educational foundations. But we never announce that till after the event because we don't know if we have money to give away or not. So the main focus is to keep this event alive because people love it.
Community involvement also, yeah.
And so if we actually have a profit when it's all said and done, it's kind of like an added bonus that we can help the community out a
Perfect,
bit.
yes.
We had the largest turnout we ever had.
Awesome!
Yeah.
Good job.
We had people from all over the country. We had people from Europe. I was asking people to come up to stage and tell us where they were from, and it was like Israel. I mean, all over the place. It was amazing.
Good. What do you think it was different this year?
Well, we changed our advertising to be more focused on the internet, and so people worldwide could see the event happening. And so I think that was it. I mean, the moment we put tickets on sale, we were selling to people in San Jose who normally wouldn't even know we had this event happening. And so the first 1,000 people or so were all from San Jose and Emeryville and places that we've never heard people coming from before. So
Yeah, and we're from Vacaville. Actually, I was Googling just the hot air balloon ride, and it was super easy to find your event because there was a Facebook event created for today and tomorrow. So it was just perfect. I was like, okay, not just one hot air balloon ride, but entire festival of balloons. So that was great.
Now I get to interview you.
Okay.
How did you enjoy it?
I loved it. So Rick and I tried the ride with Gay James on the Wanderer. Is that what the balloon is called? Her balloon?
The Wanderer, yes.
Oh, the Wanderer, that's right. It was phenomenal. It was gorgeous. It was peaceful up there. It was pretty. It was amazing. I think it was one of the best things I've ever done. And I'm sure Rick enjoyed it too. Right, Rick?
Let me ask you a question. Was there anything in particular you noticed once you were up in the air?
How green it was and just beautiful and peaceful.
You know what most people notice?
What?
Is how quiet it is up there.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
even though you're flying, there's no motor, There's nothing making noise except for when he hits the jets to put hot air into it. And when you're flying over, if there's people on the ground talking, you can hear them. You know, it's very odd. I mean, you have no sensation when the balloon takes off. You don't even notice you've left the ground. You just kind of float away. And
it was super smooth ride. Yes.
And today, that was media day. You took that ride.
Yeah.
Today, with all the crowd here, how did you feel about it? Did you find it really fun and entertaining? Or?
Absolutely. I felt everybody was so excited. There was so much energy here in the event. It was perfect. I had so much fun.
Oh,
yes,
good.
Definitely.
Well, sure. So glad you guys are here this year.
So you think this year was probably the biggest turnout for the event?
It really was. It was the best we've ever had.
Good. Maybe you'll be able after Sunday to help more organizations.
If tomorrow goes like today did, we'll be able to help out some of our local charities, which would be an added bonus.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.